guess it doesn't matter. We've had our thick and thin, enough to know that I would rather not go through life without you. And in the end, I'm just glad we're friends. And in the end, I'm just glad we're friends.
Hey everybody, Chico and Poppy here with Poppy getting ready to make another dinner. And tonight I am going to make a stuffed pork loin roast. Stuffed pork roast, loin roast, stuffed. Alright, I have a small pork roast here, very, very small. It was on sale for like $1.49. This piece here cost me about $3.50, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to butterfly it open. I'm going to pound it out a little bit thinner, and then I am going to stuff it with stuffing. And I'm going to cheat a little bit tonight. I'm going to use a package of a pre-made stuffing, but I'm going to doctor it all up. And I've already got started here. I have a cup of celery, a cup of carrot, and a cup of onion that I have boiled off. And this is kind of tender. Alright, we're going to fry this up in a little bit. Alright, so I have a cup of each of this. This is mere paw, if you want to get technical. Celery, carrots, and onions. Alright, and I also saved the liquid. I got about a cup and a half here of the water that I cooked that in. Alright, I like to add breakfast sausage to this, but I don't have any, so I found some sweet sausage in the freezer. About a half a pound here. I have some sweet sausage. I made a little herb coating that I'm going to put on the pork once we get ready to put it into the oven. This is equal parts of garlic and dried onion, and then you can use whatever herbs you have in the house. I mean, I'm using a little fennel and thyme and a little parsley and Italian seasoning, and you mix that all together with some olive oil, and you get a nice little smooth consistency here. And I'm going to put this on before it goes into the oven. Alright, so I'm going to get started right away here. We're going to open this sucker up and we're going to butterfly it, and then I'm going to pound it out. I don't know if you guys have ever done this before. It's not that hard to do, but it's a beautiful presentation when it's done, because it'll be in a roll, and then when you slice this, you'll have the stuffing in the middle. It's really, really cool. And it's a good way to be able to have a small amount of meat and feed a whole family. And that's what I'm doing here. This isn't big enough if I just put it in the oven the way it is. But when you stuff it, it is. Alright, so you just do the best you can here, like that. You see how I butterflied that? Now we got to do the loud part, and I'm going to get some clear wrap, and we're going to put a wrap down, put this in the middle, and we're going to start pounding this sucker out, okay? Make sure you always do it inside of a clear wrap. Otherwise, you'll make a mess out of your mallet and a mess out of a meat board and stuff like that. I'm going to move this out of the way and do it on the heavier one. And it's probably going to be loud. Here we go. Always use this. That way it won't stick. The wrap in there. And we're going to start pounding this out. Flip it over. when you're pounding, you try to go away from your meat, around the edges. Okay, see how big this is getting? Look at that. Look at the size of that now. Pretty cool, huh? Alright, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get this pan hot, and we are going to brown up our vegetables and add our sausage to it. So we're going to have celery, carrots, onions, and we're going to have the sausage, and we're going to brown it all up nicely with some olive oil and a little bit of butter, okay? Okay guys, these vegetables are browned up pretty nice. I have the sausage just cooked all throughout there. It looks really, really good. Now you see, this is going to taste a lot better than if I just put it in when I had it boiled, right? I boiled it so that it's mostly cooked through, but see, I got all the flavor in here now because I'm browning it in there with a little bit of olive oil and some butter. Alright, and here I have a package of some store-bought stuffing. Any kind is fine. The reason I do this is because it's got some seasoning in there, and that's what I like about it. I don't always have a lot of the herb seasonings. Alright, so we're going to just put this in here like that. And then we're going to add our vegetables. Okay, let's stir this up. And now we're going to add our liquid that we saved here from when I boiled off the vegetables. And our stuffing is just about done. I'm going to add a little bit of parsley to this, give it a little color. Pepper. And this stuffing is done. Okay, I'm going to let this cool off just a little bit so that I can work with it and be able to roll it in there. Okay, so I'm going to put this off to the side. I'm going to wash this pan so that we can, when we get done rolling this up and tying it, I want to brown off the outside of that roll. So I'm going to wash this stuff up, and when we come back, we'll be rolling it all up. Okay, everybody. Time to start doing some rolling up. Alright, first thing I want to do is season the inside. A little bit of salt and pepper. Alright. And now we got to get some stuffing in here. Let's see which way we're going to do this. I'm almost wondering if maybe I'll go this way. Like that. I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to go the long way. Alright. You got to be a little careful doing this because sometimes I've put too much stuffing in and it kind of makes it hard to wrap it up. You got to leave some room on the sides because you want to fold your sides in as well. Let's see how this works. Of course, I could have even gone a little bit thinner with this meat. Poke our sides in. You can really pound these suckers right out. There we have it. Now it's just a matter of tying this up. And whatever way works best for you, tying this up. I usually will tie it here and put an end stop on it. Then I just keep going around. There we have it. Doesn't have to be perfect, as long as it stays closed in. Alright, let's turn this pan on. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to season this with some salt and pepper, and we're going to brown it up a little bit before we put it in the oven. Alright? So I'm going to put a little olive oil all over it. Some salt and pepper. We're going to get a nice sear on this. Okay, this pan is hot. I got a little olive oil in here. We are going to brown this meat up. Alright, let me find out where my line is. And that's the part that I want to sear first, okay? guys, this is browned up nice. I'm going to take this out now. Put the seam side down. Move this out of the way. Ooh, we're smoking. Alright, now is the time that I want to add my herbs here, but we're going to have to wait a few minutes because this sucker is red hot. Okay, it's cooled off. Been a few minutes. It's cooled off. Enough for me to put my herbs on here now. And I'm gonna put it over here so you can see a little bit better. Just gonna rub this all over. It's already got olive oil in it. Remember, I got chopped garlic, equal amount of the dried onions, and then whatever herbs you have will work just fine. If I had some fresh ones, I would add a little bit of the fresh to it as well, but the dried seems to work pretty good when you do this. So, and this is going to make a nice coating on top. Alright, that's just about done here. That looks about right. Alright, now so this doesn't stick, I'm going to add a little bit of beef broth. And you've heard me before talk about the bases. Make sure you get yourself a nice beef base. I have the one that we have. Our beef base is down in the subscription below. You can click on that link and you can get the beef and the chicken. It's really worth your while. It gives you the great flavor. Don't use bouillon cubes. You're just not going to get the same flavor. So I made plenty of beef base here. Alright, so I'm going to put some down in here now to get us started. Like that. And I also add a little bit of Marsala wine. Goes really good with the pork. Alright. This is ready to go into the oven, guys. We're going to cook this until the internal temperature is about 170. 165, 170, and then we're going to let it rest a little bit. I had a lot of stuffing left over. I'm going to cook this off too. I don't want to throw that away. We might want to have a little extra when we're plating, you know, for presentation. Not to mention the fact there's not a whole heck of a lot of stuffing in there, so, you know, a family might want some of that. Alright, so this is going into the oven. It's going to be at least an hour, I would figure. Alright? Okay, we are back here. I got the roast out and I've taken the string off. I cut the string off and I've let this rest so it's ready to cut. In between that, I made some mashed potatoes. I've done an episode of that before. If you want to go look there, you can find my mashed potato recipe. I made some broccoli and I used the pan drippings and I made a little bit of gravy. I have to do this all in stages and that's why you don't see a lot of this. I have health issues and I can't stand for a long period of time, so what I do is I come in and I try to knock something out like the potatoes and then I'll just bring it back to life in the microwave and stuff like that. But that's how I do these meals a lot of times, is you're only seeing this part, but I have to do the other ones in different stages. So I've done that, and I'm ready to slice this now, and hopefully we're going to get that money shot here when we cut this open here. You want to go about a ½ an inch thick. Oh yeah, that's going to be beautiful. Perfect. And you can see here that the herbs that I put on the outside are browned up real nice. Just turned out perfect, guys. Can you see the stuffing there in the middle? How nice that turned out? You see, and this is why I say to cook the extra stuffing, because there's not a lot of stuffing in there, but it's got a great presentation. So So then all we gotta do is put the rest of this stuff on there and we'll have a nice picture here. Like that, we'll put a little bit of broccoli. There we go, guys. I can put a little bit of gravy over the top of that. I don't know, I may want to take a picture of it first. Alright, I'm going to get the kids in here and get the plates going and finish cutting this up. So that'll be it. Oh, here he comes. Look how nice that looks, buddy. Doesn't that look nice? So nice. Alright, I'll fix your plate. So, remember what Grandma Jen used to always say? Enjoy your life every day. Ciao.